If you're looking at the Pioneer DMH-241X because you want a cheap, name-brand car stereo, I get it. I was too. Today, I'm revealing the three massive problems that almost made me return this unit, problems the marketing doesn't tell you. For the best price, click the link in the description. But here's what surprised me. Despite those flaws, this might still be the right radio for you. No, seriously. Stick with me, because whether you should buy or avoid this Pioneer hinges entirely on one brutally honest question about your expectations. Let's get physical. This unit has a 6.2-inch display, but not all screens are created equal. Therefore, the first big shock is the touchscreen itself. It's not a modern capacitive screen like your phone. It's a resistive touchscreen. That means you don't gently swipe. You press. Sometimes you jab. It feels like trying to operate an old ATM from 2005 that's seen better days. Scrolling through a long music library. Get ready for a workout. In an era where even budget tablets have flawless touch, this is a glaring, cost-cutting measure. So the interface feels dated. But what about the brains behind it? That leads to problem number 2. The confusing, fragmented smart features. Pioneer boasts about Amazon Alexa integration. Sounds cool, right? Therefore, you get excited to talk to Alexa in your car. Here's the reality. It's not built in. You need 2 separate smartphone apps. Pioneer's WebLink app and a third-party app called Voices. You must have your phone connected via USB, both apps running, and your data plan active. It's a convoluted, fiddly process that feels like an afterthought. Trying to set this up while driving is about as safe and sensible as trying to defuse a bomb while riding a unicycle. Joke number 1. The setup process is so complicated. I think Alexa herself gets confused and starts giving you directions to the nearest tech support clinic. Okay, so the smart features are kludgy, but maybe the audio quality makes up for it. Pioneer is an audio legend after all. Therefore, let's dive into the sound. And here, we hit a major crossroads. For the average user upgrading from a factory stereo, the sound is fantastic. It's clearer, louder, and the customizable EQ settings are a godsend. FLAC playback is a legit pro feature at this price. However, and this is critical, for an audio purist, the built-in amplifier is weak. It's a 14-watt RMS per channel amp. That's fine for powering basic speakers, but if you have or plan to add an external amp for a serious system, you're paying for an internal amp you won't use. It's like buying a sports car but only being allowed to drive it in first gear. So we've got an old-school screen, fussy smart features, and an amp that's just okay. Why would anyone buy this? Here's the contrarian snapback. The core reliability. Underneath the quirks, this is a Pioneer. It plays music from every source you throw at it. USB, Bluetooth, CarPlay, Android Auto, without crashing. The Bluetooth call quality is crystal clear. The physical buttons and knobs have a solid, dependable feel. Installing a backup camera is straightforward. While other budget units feel like disposable gadgets, this feels like a tool. It does the fundamental job of being a car stereo incredibly well. Let's talk about that installation, because that's where joke number 2 comes in. The instruction manual reads like it was translated by someone who had only heard of cars through a faint radio signal. You'll spend more time deciphering hieroglyphics than actually wiring. Pro tip: YouTube is your real manual. Now, the top-rated positive reviews on Amazon praising this unit are not wrong. Those people likely came from a base model car with no screen. For them, this is a revolution. But if you're coming from a modern smartphone-centric world expecting buttery smoothness, you will be disappointed. This is the heart of the review. Therefore, my final verdict hinges on a simple analogy. Are you buying a Swiss Army knife or a dedicated chef's knife? The DMH-241X is the Swiss Army knife. It has a blade, a screwdriver, a toothpick. It does 10 things pretty well. If you want a dedicated, seamless smartphone on your dash experience, you need a more expensive capacitive screen unit. That's the chef's knife. This Pioneer is for the pragmatic person who wants dependable music, calls, and navigation without the fancy, fragile frills. Joke number 3. This stereo is like that reliable, slightly boring friend who always shows up on time, but tells the same old jokes. You're not thrilled, but you know you can count on them when your flashier friends bail. Let's recap the 3 core problems clearly. 1. The resistive touchscreen is a dated, frustrating experience. 2. The Alexa integration is an app-dependent maze, not true built-in intelligence. 3. The internal amplifier is underwhelming for true audio enthusiasts. However, the resolutions are just as clear. 1. You learn to use the physical volume knob and steering wheel controls more. 2. You ignore the Alexa gimmick and just use your phone's native voice assistant via Bluetooth. 3. You plan to add an external amp, or the stock power is perfectly fine for your needs. See the pattern. This unit forces you to work around its limitations to unlock its value, but once you do, it's solid. It's the automotive equivalent of a utilitarian pickup truck, not a luxury sedan. Before we wrap up, joke number 4. The floating display design makes it look like the screen is trying to slowly escape from the rest of the unit, probably because it's embarrassed by the touch technology behind it. So, who is the Pioneer DMH-241EX for? It's for the value-focused driver who prioritizes Pioneer's brand reliability, simple rear camera adding, and core audio functions over cutting-edge touch response and integrated smart home features. It's a workhorse. Who should avoid it? Anyone who gets frustrated by laggy tech, who wants genuine hands-free Alexa, or who is building a competition-level sound system and needs robust preamp outputs. Look elsewhere and spend more. My final thought is this. In a world of flashy, buggy gadgets, there's something to be said for a device that simply works at its primary tasks for years. The DMH-241EX is that device, but only if you accept its compromises. It's an honest, if slightly old-fashioned, piece of kit. Therefore, if you've weighed the problems and still think this pragmatic Pioneer fits your life, I've done the price hunting for you. For the absolute best current price on Amazon, click the link in the description below now. That link supports the channel at no extra cost to you, and it gets you the unit fast. Thanks for watching this honest review.